All right, so I'm going to show you the third way that you can add a beer. First way was using On Deck. The second way was searching our database, which will include all the information for you so you don't have to type it all in. And then the last way, you just create it yourself. So in this one, we're going to click the tap. We're going to change the keg. It'll be a new keg for us. The brewery, we're going to use iPourIt as the brewery. And our beer name is going to be Tasty Beer. We would then look up the beer. That was that second way of doing it. And it's going to come up and say there's nothing found anyways. So we're going to continue through. So the beer style on this one is going to be India Pale Ale. As you start typing the beer style, it comes up with suggestions. So I would pick one. It just makes it easier for your reports and everything else. You'll know it's spelled correctly. So you just click it, India Pale Ale. I'm going to put in a half barrel. And keg cost is not required, but I'm going to put it in because I want to calculate my price by my margin. I always want to make 80% margin, gross margin. So we have here, if I do $130 keg, and that's the size, it's 32.8 cents per ounce. ABV and IBU are not required. If you leave them blank, it'll be 0, and it just doesn't show on the screen those numbers. So it doesn't show as 0. It looks a little nicer by just not including it. In this case, I'm going to put, I have a 5.6 ABV. Not going to put any IBU so you can see. And glassware, I'm not going to use the glassware. Some people will have a silhouette on the screen of different types of cups to use to suggest what to use on it. If you have that, go ahead and select it. In the notes, we're going to put, this is brewed locally, in-house. You're going to love it. You can actually, there's a little drag here that you could drag out if you want to see more. This is the beer description that shows up on the screen. So you want to make sure everything's spelled correctly, capitalization, that kind of stuff. And then you hit save beer and add to tap. So there is no download image because you just created that one. So you're not going to do anything there. You would update the tap screen. Once you click that, it's going to update the screen above your tap. It's going to show a generic beer image. If this was a brewery of something you've done before, it will show that brewery's image. At the same time, what it does is it notifies iPourIt that you've put this beer on tap. We're going to go through it and we're going to link it to Untapped for you. We'll make sure, we can fix descriptions for you. We'll make sure there's a good image for it. And then what will happen is it'll automatically update the screen above your tap with the new image as soon as we have it, which doesn't take too long.